Several people have been killed after police fired live rounds at protesters trying to storm Kenya's legislature, where lawmakers voted to pass a contentious finance bill that would hike taxes. Thousands of people joined the youth-led demonstration in the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, to demand that lawmakers vote against the bill amid soaring tensions over a cost-of-living crisis in the country. Inside, Kenyan lawmakers had, at its second reading, approved the contentious finance bill that seeks to raise $2.7 billion in revenues. Opposition to the legislation had brought thousands onto the streets across the country. Police were overwhelmed by protesters as they attempted to storm the parliament compound. Police opened fire after tear gas and water cannons failed to disperse the crowds. The protesters opposed tax rises in a country already reeling from a cost-of-living crisis. Many are now calling for President William Ruto to step down. Ruto has been caught between the competing demands of the population and lenders like the International Monetary Fund, which is urging the government to cut deficits to access more funding. That's as he struggles to tackle Kenya's heavy debt burden, with interest payments alone consuming 37% of annual revenue. The government has already made some concessions with the bill, which was sent for a third reading. That includes promising to scrap proposed new taxes on bread, cooking oil, car ownership and financial transactions. But that has not been enough to satisfy protesters. Police eventually managed to drive the protesters from the building amid clouds of tear gas and the sound of gunfire. The lawmakers were evacuated through underground tunnels, local media reported. At least 5 people were killed and 31 others were wounded, the Kenya Medical Association and several other NGOs said in a statement.